And now you can see the Backseat Mogul Show in all its video glory on our YouTube page at roughedge.tv. It's tiki time at Harbor Cove Cafe. Dive into the tropical paradise at the end of Spinnaker Drive in Ventura with vibrant drinks, delicious bites, award-winning fish and chips, and more. Now featuring extended hours and great happy hour specials. Harbor Cove Cafe, the hidden treasure at the end of Spinnaker Drive. Visit harborcovecafe.net for more information.
Showbiz is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs for no good reason. There's also a bad side.
Hi, it's the Backseat Mogul Show live here on Rough Edge FM. I am R. Scott Bolton. That's JohnyD. That's
Hello.
Jeff Genet. We're moving at a kind of a quick pace today because we're 20 minutes late for starters because the camera doesn't want to get along with us now.
Camera hates us.
It took me this long to get it turned on. So if it goes off suddenly, we'll see you next week.
In a word that Scott always says to me when I complain about something.
This
he
is a family
says,
show.
It's the Russians.
Yes. Yeah, it's not so fun anymore.
Yeah,
It
no.
used to be funny when the Russians weren't a threat. Now they're not a threat anymore. They're partners with the United States, but it's the kind of thing that it's not fun anymore.
Mm.
So I got to change it. Who can I make it? Who should it be? The Chinese?
North Koreans,
North Koreans would be good.
Iranians.
No, Iranians got it.
The Houthis, Luffy's.
The what?
What are they?
Is that a
That's what you
slur?
wash yourself with in the shower.
The loofahs?
No, I said the Luffy's. Houthis.
Oh, the Luffy's.
What does that mean?
It's a terrorist organization who's helping Iran. The Houthi.
What?
They've been bombing Saudi Arabia. They went after Saudi Arabia. Oh, that's a big mistake.
Yeah, sure it is. Anyway, I'm just waiting for it all to go boom because
You never asked me what I watched.
it's because I don't care.
Oh,
We haven't got to that part of the show yet.
yeah, but you normally type it into.
I know, but as you can see, I mean, right now it says films discussed.
Well, you typed in Jeff's.
Oh, and so let me tell you that, by the way, the films we're going to discuss are the Odyssey, which we've all seen but haven't had a chance to discuss in the show because we were out. We're going to discuss Motor City. We're going to discuss a couple of the Hellboy movies. John, what did you see?
On the television streaming, I saw Source Code, which came out in 2011. I saw The Contract, which came out in 2006. It was a good movie, by the way. Morgan Freeman.
You can listen to him read the dictionary.
Obviously, I saw The Odyssey and Motor City. I started watching a Jim Carrey movie called Dark Crimes. I got bored with it.
It's a terrible movie.
Yeah, like I said, I got bored with it, and which is really a shame because I have seen him.
He was good.
He can do good dramatic roles, and he was good in it. But the rest of it
The
was
story was. Have you seen that movie?
Nope,
Oh,
I haven't heard of
Good.
it.
Don't keep your mind fresh without.
the editing was terrible.
The story killed me. I mean, basically, this woman wrote a book, got it published before there was self-publishing, and it was about Jim Carrey's life, if I remember correctly. And she got it published like 20 years ago just so she could exact revenge on him today.
What?
That's a lot of work to go write a book about somebody, get it published by a real publisher. And was that in the book? Am I thinking
I
a
didn't
different
get
movie?
that far into the movie.
Oh, and I may be thinking about a different movie because there's two Jim Carrey movies that are there. Why are we talking about this? Let's talk about good
Then,
stuff.
Some TV series.
Oh God, he's still going.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Actually,
go quick, fast. Remember, 90 minutes.
Okay. Spider Noir. I cannot say that word.
Noir.
Thank you.
No ear.
That too.
Yeah.
Noir with Nicolas Cage. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Hold that thought real quick. Spider Noir, black and white or full color.
I haven't seen it. But black and white, probably.
That would okay.
Probably the best, but I did think I started watching it in color.
Here's the difference. The black and white looks more authentic like that style, but the color is really oversaturated and it looks like a comic book. So it's not an easy choice to make.
That's on Prime Video. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I'm disappointed they only did one season. That's on Disney Plus. Hawkeye, which again, with Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld, Disney Plus, only one season.
That was probably my favorite of the new Marvel shows.
I'm sorry, which one was this?
Hawkeye.
Oh.
And then I thought we might talk about the World War II Nicolas Cage movie. Apparently, supposedly, Netflix lost.
That's bad.
You heard about that one.
I did hear about that one. And the guy's got a point. He submits. Now, this has all got to be in writing, so he's going to have to do this. Have you heard about this?
Nope.
Guy submitted his film to a Nicolas Cage World War II movie to Netflix for consideration. Gave him a digital drive it was encoded. Okay. So he calls Netflix a little while later and says, hey, what'd you think? No, we'll get back to you. Calls a little while later. What'd you think? Well, we're still looking at it. Calls a little later. What's going on? We lost it. So now he's suing them for $105 million, saying that he doesn't know where that film is. It could be up on the web. It could be lost forever in the things. It's not his only copy.
Okay.
But it's just the revenue that he could lose because they lost that.
Yeah, because if it gets leaked.
Because I was going to say that to give Netflix your only copy, that's
foolish.
It's just a little stupid.
That's like the writers.
At least he's got another copy.
Yeah, well, but the thing is, he's afraid that it's getting in the wrong hands. And even if Netflix decides to pick it up, that they'll pick it up, but somebody's going to leak that other copy and nobody's going to watch it.
Yeah.
So he's got a valid point. I don't think it's $105 million.
I heard it was 125 million.
Oh,
it's still over 100 million.
Yeah.
But it's not called lost. Netflix supposedly lost it.
Then I reportedly admitted that they lost it too. So,
and they, what I heard.
So what we're saying here is you need to send them a copy of First Run. Make sure they lose it and sue for $105 million.
I'll fund my next movie.
There you go. Yeah. And then some.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, that was the Nicolas Cage. It's a very interesting story. And yeah, it's they're responsible for that. And as long as everything's on paper, it's got it. There has to be a trail that they can follow. If the guy just mailed it to him, he's on his own. I don't know the specifics.
If they have admitted,
doesn't matter.
Publicly.
If he mailed it to them on their own, they can say, "Oh, we were thinking of this other movie. Sorry."
That's true too.
These are big time lawyers, dude. These are like William Shatner size lawyers.
But the thing is,
Denny Crane.
Oh, you heard about him too. Not Denny Crane, but William Shatner.
Are we going to get to the show today, or what happened with William Shatner?
No, it's what he's going to be doing. He's in his 90s, and he's going to be fronting a heavy metal band.
Yeah, it's a gimmick, and that's not the first time he's done it. By the way, this is his second heavy metal album. So
not an album. Performance.
Oh yeah. Well, did you see his writer?
No. I'm
not sure he's going to make that performance. His writer included all kinds of crazy stuff like renaming a boat, the William Shatner, so that he can be captain for a day. He wants Guar to record an introduction for him on the band. All this silly stuff that just probably isn't going to happen. I think he just doesn't want to play it. So he made this silly writer. But I still love Shatner.
Hearing that on the radio. So.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got an album coming out. But it's his second heavy metal album. He did one before. And he did one album that was a real album. The rest of them are novelty albums. But he did one with Ben Folds that was very good. Okay. So let's get started then with 12 minutes, Jeff. That's what did you see? Well, we shall start with the Odyssey. Because Odyssey's been out and we missed it. So I'm just going to go quickly and ask, and then we'll come back. Scale of 1 to 10, Odyssey.
Like an 8.5.
8.5. Johnny?
I'll go even higher. 9. I'll go 9.8. I really enjoyed that movie.
I would go 10 out of 10. Now, here's the reasoning behind my 10 out of 10, because I don't do a lot of 10 out of 10s, except on Jason Statham movies. We all know that. But anyway, I gave it 10 out of 10 because not only is it a big achievement and an incredible film, but for what it's done to spark the industry. And I think it really has sparked the industry, especially, man, I wish I had money in IMAX before this, because IMAX is making out like gold on this point. So I am bumping it up. If I was judging the film on itself, I'd still give it an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. So what did you like and not like about it, Jeff?
Well, I thought it was a pretty cool adaptation of the book. I think the beginning goes through all the motions of a normal Christopher Nolan movie, where it's just hopping around and setting everything up, and you're just kind of like,
who's who? Yeah.
Yeah. But once it starts rolling, it's good. The filmmaking is amazing. The practical effects, which there were a lot more than I thought, were amazing. I mean, the Lystrogonians, those were real 7-foot tall people with 5-foot tall actors playing the.
Weren't they great?
Yeah, that was amazing. The Cyclops was a mix between a giant puppet and an actual person.
An actor that we know.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
He was the dad in the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, so I thought that was pretty cool. They made these like little tiny edible soldiers that he could just munch on. And then, the effects of like
Bill Irwin,
where they were, where Cersei's like changing those people.
Yes.
That's all practical too.
Yeah.
The music, they recreated like ancient Greek instruments. Some of them they didn't even know how to like rebuild, so they had to like go through ancient texts and artwork to figure out how they worked so that the music could be more authentic. Just the filmmaking overall was amazing. And then when it was over, this is like a 3-hour movie, mind you. When it was over, I was wishing it was longer, because I felt like there were so many portions of the film that were kind of not rushed, but we just didn't get so much time with. It was because like, oh, we're here. Oh, well, that's resolved. Oh, we're over here now. We're over here now. And like, I wanted a little more time to, honestly, it could have been
like that for me. It's like the Kraken shows up, Kraken goes away. It's like, there's a little more.
Yeah. It could have been, easily a 4-hour movie, and I would have been totally okay with it.
That's the thing. I don't think people realize that sitting there for 2 hours and 52 minutes, that you're sitting there that long. Mm-hmm. It was over and it's like, damn, that went fast. Mm-hmm. Because you're really into it the whole time. So, yeah. So I agree with you on those.
I don't know how true it is. I'm sure it is true, but I was told that the Cyclops character, played by
Bill Irwin,
that when they were showing the back of Odysseus, is that his name?
Yeah.
Up against Cyclops, that actually was not Matt Damon. That was a little person.
Yeah, well, that's what Jeff was saying. They often used.
I was writing, so
yeah, they
a puppet. It was a real little person.
Yeah, that's what they used. It's like Peter Jackson did in some of his scenes to do that, and forced perspective. Yeah. So Johnny, do you have anything to add to, or agree with Jeff or disagree with Jeff?
No, I give that movie an 11.
You just said 9.8.
I thought you were talking about Motor City.
We're not.
Huh?
Seriously, I thought you said, well, how would I rate Motor City? And then I go back to
no. Okay, we're not. We're still not Odyssey.
Okay, the Odyssey. Yeah. I give it a.
You didn't hit a forward button on your. It's just John.
Yeah. As I said in some show I saw once, Erase. Oh, it was Mork and Mindy. Erase. I give it an 11. Seriously.
Wait. We're talking about the Odyssey.
That's what I'm talking about.
You said 9.8 earlier.
Well, yeah, because I thought we were started talking about Motor City, and then I heard you start talking about the Odyssey.
Christopher Nolan.
We're all so confused. All right, so we're still on the Odyssey. We never got to Motor City.
Fault. You could get
your
the
fault.
Computer running.
That was like 20 minutes before he asked you the question.
Well, it took that long for my brain to.
Okay, so John, the Odyssey. Did you listen to what Jeff said, or were you writing your sonnets?
I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. What did you say you didn't like about it?
It was too short.
Oh.
And it had Christopher Nolanisms in it, jumping around.
And you should expect. I mean, you know why? Because they've worked.
I didn't think it was too short. If it had been longer, yeah, that would have been fine too. I don't understand the Christopher Nolan things that you're talking about because
you were writing.
I'm not a director.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And how many Christopher Nolan films have you seen? I know you saw the Batman ones, but did you see Interstellar? Did you see, what was the other one? Also starts with an I. Interspaced? No, I don't know.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
No, I actually haven't seen that one.
Dunkirk.
Yes, I saw that one. I really enjoyed that.
Tenet. Tenet was. I did
I don't know if I
not
saw
like that
Tenet or
movie.
not.
I know I saw it. I don't remember any of it.
Well, yeah.
But I got to tell you, what else did you watch before I talk about?
No.
We're just talking the Odyssey.
Okay.
Okay.
Odyssey.
There were two.
I'm going to tell you to put your writing pad away and pay attention for them. No.
There were two actors in this movie, which I didn't realize that was them. One was
Bill
Anne
Irwin.
Hathaway.
Oh. You didn't realize that was Anne
I
Hathaway?
did not realize
Anne
that was
Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway as Penelope.
And by the way, I think she's earned this. And damn Hathaway.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was
yeah.
so
She
good
was-
in that.
Yeah, she was great. I didn't realize it was her. But the one that totally surprised me was John Leguizamo.
Oh, yeah.
He played his character's name was
Stanley.
Eurnaeus, Eurnaeus. Eurnaeus? I don't know. He played the blind guy who the people at the banquet kept treating him like, I'm going to be nice and say junk.
Leguizamo was a big surprise for me,
Oh,
too.
man.
He was, I mean, he's always been good, but you never seen him in a role this expansive, and he just nailed it. Just nailed it.
Towards the end, that's when I realized, God, that guy really looks familiar. And then when I saw the credits, I'm going, oh, that was him. And it's the same thing I felt when I saw One Battle After Another. And I realized watching the credits that Sean Penn was that bad military officer.
No, you mean the one that was so much like Sean Penn that nobody should have wondered who he was?
Well, it's the fact that he had military style haircut. I did not realize that was him.
Sean Penn was really good in that movie.
Yeah, he was.
And I hope that Leguizamo wins an Oscar for this.
Yeah.
He'll definitely be nominated, but who knows what other performances are going to be in there. But he earned it in this movie.
Wow.
I agree with you guys, everything on here. The one scene that I had issues with, I discussed with my son, Josh, and afterwards I felt better about it, but it was that transformation scene.
Mm-hmm.
That scene felt odd to me.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like it was, and it was apparently it's not from I know it's not from the original text because I just read the original text. But it's a Nolan creation, adaptation, I should say. But it felt odd. It didn't quite click into the things that like everything else did. Later, though, and I thought the actress who played that role was god awful, and I thought she was so bad that it had to be intentional. There was a reason that she had done that. Then I found out that was exactly the case. That's exactly what Nolan wanted, and that scene was meant to stand out separately for some reason. And so I felt better about it afterwards.
Which actress?
I don't remember her name.
Which character?
The one that was doing the transforming.
Oh, I'll probably find that.
But did you have any issues with that scene, Jeff, or did it kind of just plug in for you?
Was that Samantha Morton?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, like I said, it just felt like every area that they went to was we could have spent more time there.
It's the Reader's Digest version.
Yeah. That so like if you analyze each part by itself, like I think the Lystrogonians as tall people was probably like my least favorite because there was no context to it. They just walked up and suddenly everybody's getting murdered and then they run away.
Yeah.
And it's like,
the armor guys.
that was weird.
Just
What was
because
the
they
point
were
of
in
that?
their area.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
And then-
exactly how it is in the book, if I recall, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's been a few years since I read it, but and then with her, like I wanted a little more context to her character. It's like, okay, what's going on here? Like, what is it? So I feel like there's like so many segments, and they cut a few from the book.
They did.
But like, I really feel like we needed a little more time in some of those areas just to kind of have a better idea of what was going on. Like, the movie as a whole was great, but like, that's why I gave it such a low score, 8.5, is because it's like, that's kind of what draws it back, is because you don't have this time at each area.
And you're right about how they spent so little time on certain sections. And the whole thing's about a journey. So the journey has its stops, and they spent so little time on certain stops. And at other times they chose stops that went on, I don't want to say too long, but why did you donate this much time to this when you took this time away from that?
Mm-hmm.
The scene I'm thinking about is when they were stranded.
Mm-hmm.
That scene just went, it was probably the right length. It was a longer scene. But it could have been, you could have put more Kraken in there and cut that scene down a little bit. Just, we're nitpicking, really. I mean, we make the points are all valid, but I mean, you can't dismiss the film's success. So
yeah.
Yeah. One of the actors that was in it, he played Antinous, Robert Pattinson.
Oh, Pattinson was good too.
I never cared for him because of I thought the Twilight movies were,
John, we refer to those as the sparkling vampire movie.
yeah, no, shimmering.
Can I take a pause right here? Have you seen all the Twilight movies?
Unfortunately,
He has
You've
not.
seen all of them?
He has not.
wasn't there 3?
There's like 5.
Oh, I thought there was only 3.
Yeah. I know
Something like that.
He probably saw one.
I've seen them all.
No,
John, you hated the first one. Why would you watch the rest of them?
thought it would get better.
I'll accept that as an answer.
I've seen them all. They're not that bad.
Okay, the last one.
The last one is bad.
The last one that I saw was where you had this group of vampires coming after this group of vampires who were backed by the werewolves. And then after they did their fighting and all that, then finally the head bad vampire. That's weird.
The head vampire?
Yeah, him too.
Okay.
Decided, okay, we're done, and they went away.
I think you just watched the last movie. That sounds like the plot of the last movie.
Okay, then maybe I did see 5. I didn't realize
That's
it was
the
5.
worst. You got to go back and watch them. They're pretty
But
good.
I don't have a problem with the films. It's just not my storyline. It's a young adult romance with vampires, and I don't like the sparkling part. That just drove me
It's the
nuts.
skin of a killer.
Now, when I heard that Robert Pattinson was going to be Batman, I saw the movie. The movie wasn't as good as I thought. I was hoping it would be because it was a Batman movie. And
That was an excellent Batman movie.
well,
What'd you want?
it was a story I wasn't too thrilled with.
That was because he's a detective again, like he's supposed to be from the beginning.
Maybe that's why. But
You're not reading any of my books anymore.
when I really started liking Robert Pattinson was Mickey 17. He was fantastic. Did you ever see
That
movie?
recently? Yeah.
He was great in that.
Oh.
And then I think I've seen him in a couple other things which I can't recall, but I thought his performance in the Odyssey was
He was
really,
funny, and it
really
not a
great.
surprise if people have seen things like The Lighthouse and what have you, because Pattinson can really act.
Yeah.
But he had to escape, like everybody has to escape who gets stuck in a certain role. He had to escape that vampire role. It was team.
His character,
Yeah.
Edward
Edward.
Cullen. Yeah.
He had to escape that role while still embracing it.
Mhm.
You know, and nobody did that better than Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy had that problem. He didn't want to be Spock. Then he realized, well, hell, I am Spock. So he embraced it. And that's Pattinson did that, but he escaped it because his performances have been so impressive at things. I mean, it was Water with Elephants that I saw, Water for Elephants, that made me realize what a terrific actor he was.
Yeah, he did a number of movies. I remember watching some indie Australian film called Rover. That was kind of like Mad Max before everything hit the fan.
Oh,
I thought he was great in that. And so I've kind of like kept an eye on him since Twilight, because, you know, like when we were in high school, that was like the big thing to trash on Twilight.
yeah.
And my wife was a big Twilight fan at the time. And I had never seen a movie. So I did what John did. And I went with her to go watch the last Twilight movie.
Oh, no.
And I thought, dude, this is garbage. So then years later, when they put out the Steelbook Blu-ray collector's edition of all the movies, I bought it for her, and then she wanted to watch them again. So I sat down and I watched them again, and they weren't that bad. They weren't great, but they weren't that bad. And you know, his performance, he's done a lot of work to get out of it. Yes. Much more than like I feel like Taylor Lautner and Kristen Stewart have both kind of like failed in their own way to get out of those roles. I feel like Kristen Stewart has found her niche in the, you know, the indie, indie lesbian movies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Does she ever smile in any of them?
Well, that's the thing with her is she's very monotone. So she can really only play one character. At least I've never seen her play anything outside of that.
Did she play Princess Diana in something, and there was talk about an Oscar nomination for her? Or did she actually get nominated for an Oscar?
I don't know about that. But everything I've seen her is just kind of been the same. And then Taylor Lautner, like, you know, that guy hit a brick wall.
He hasn't escaped. That's true. Yes, Kristen Stewart was nominated for Academy Award for Best Actress for her role as Princess Diana and Spencer.
I didn't know.
So, but I haven't seen that, so I can't speak to her role because I do tend to agree with you. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. You can be that way and still find films that fit you.
Yeah, which she's found.
Exactly.
In like indie movies, love that kind of character, and she's found her niche in that. She comes out with one or two a year.
Smiles in those kind of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm good for both of them that they've done that. But I think Pattinson. Here's the thing about this kind of breaking out from a role like that. You got to pick roles that are going to move you forward. And Pattinson has jumped all over the place. And you know, now he's in Odyssey. And anybody would tell you just being in Odyssey is an honor. And the fact that he's being directed by Christopher Nolan and is going to be in another, what do you think, $1.5 billion movie at this point? Unless Spider-Man decimates it this weekend, which might happen. Because again, we're talking about cannibalizing screens. He got there because of that, because of choosing the right roles to forward himself. And Kristen Stewart eventually, took her a little longer, but eventually she found the same thing. I probably should watch the Twilight Zone movies again. I love the Twilight Zone movie, the Twilight movies again. I saw them when they were in theaters. So that's how long it's been.
Did you know there was a Field of Dreams 2? Had to have gone direct to video.
I can't imagine.
It was with Taylor Lautner.
That tells me all I need to know. All right, so moving on from Odyssey. Did you have something else about Odyssey?
I was just going to say I watched the movie Troy for the first time.
Brad Pitt?
Before I went to go see I literally finished it about an hour before I went to go see the Odyssey because I didn't know the story of the Iliad.
Oh.
And it helped a lot with characters and motivations and just seeing all this backstory that is heavily in the Odyssey.
Yes.
So I would recommend doing that. If you haven't seen the Odyssey yet, go watch Troy because it's a good intro. I've told a lot of people who are like, well, where do you want to, where should we go see it, Jeff? And I'm like, okay, go to Camarillo because they have the IMAX screen, but watch this movie before so you get the background of this. The only downside is Sean Bean as Odysseus. I'm not a big Matt Damon fan, so like, you know, I went into it with
Sean Bean, better or worse?
I mean, I love Sean Bean, so okay. Like I was like, man, I kept thinking like, man, if this was Sean Bean, this would have been a 10. Because he's anyways.
I haven't seen Troy, but I need to see Troy. Just because I did read the Iliad first. Because I looked online and it said if you're gonna read the Odyssey, read the Iliad first. So I did.
It is, when I was sitting there watching it, it felt like an epic. It felt like one of those, like in the style of those older films like Ben-Hur or Ten Commandments, like those grand, crazy epics from back in the day. But it was like, 2001 or whatever. It was insane to watch. And it just like going from that one insane epic film to the Odyssey, it was an experience. So I'd recommend it.
I hunted down Troy at thrift stores for weeks because I just wanted to see it. Still haven't seen it, by the way, but I did at the time. Found a copy and I was so happy. Opened it up, disc was thrashed. No, that's not going to do me any good. Then a couple of days later, Josh texted me, hey, I found this the story. You still looking for it? Yes. If it's in good condition, get it. So I've got that at home to watch. But the one thing that Josh taught me that I didn't realize, but reading the Iliad and reading Odyssey, and you can speak to the Odyssey on this, was difficult. It's hard to get through because it's not only the language barrier, because the most respected translation is from 1937, but also from just characters. There's so many characters just poured upon you, and they try to make it better by saying son of this guy and daughter of this. That just makes it worse. So that was hard for me to get through it. But then Josh made a brilliant point. He said, Dad, you got to remember, this wasn't meant to be read. It was meant to be told. And I thought, God, that makes perfect sense. Somebody, like they did in the movie, the guy's telling the story. It makes more sense if you told those stories than try to read them. And when he said that, I thought that was just brilliant. I thought that was perfect.
If you get an opportunity, it came out in the 1950s. Ulysses, it's with Kirk Douglas, plays Odysseus. It's fantastic. As I'm watching the Odyssey, I'm remembering scenes from Ulysses, and I'm going, oh, yes. Wait a minute, what happened to this scene? It's just,
I mean, because that story is 3,000 years old. So,
and it's that interpretation of it is really, really good. So I highly recommend.
Where'd you watch it?
I can't remember. It was so long ago. I watched it in
I thought you had a disc. I was going to say, bring that in.
No, I wish I did. But it's called Ulysses, and it stars Kirk Douglas. So I highly recommend it. If you guys can find it, watch it.
Now's the time. I think I said earlier that not to watch any of the previous Odyssey movies. Just get a feel for this one and then go back. So I'm at the point now that I'd like to see that Kirk Douglas.
And there's lots of movies they made back in the 50s and 60s about Greek mythology.
Oh yeah.
So I highly recommend all of them.
Try to find the ones with Ray Harryhausen on them. Those are the best. Sorry, big fan of Ray Harryhausen. What else did you see? You watched anything else in theaters or?
Nope, nothing else in theaters. I decided to sit down and watch both of the Guillermo del Toro Hellboy movies. Those were so good.
They are.
Those were really good. They were so fun and just kind of encapsulate the era that they were made in. Because you got films like Underworld and what's the other one? Those kinds of movies, those kind of like gothic kind of scary films, whatever. I really enjoyed it, and I did like a bunch of reading on like what the third one was going to be afterwards, and I was like, man, I wish they made this, because like they were so good. And now I want to read the Hellboy comics. So like I got that on my Amazon list. It's like, all right, I'm going to read these because like now I'm a big fan of the series. But Guillermo del Toro.
Are you a big enough fan to watch the next two movies?
No, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm all right.
The problem I had with Hellboy 2, it was not Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman was fantastic in the first. How many Hellboy movies were there?
4.
There was 4?
Yes.
Yes, there's 2.
There was only 2, and they changed the actor.
No, there's 2 Guillermo del Toro movies with Ron Perlman as Hellboy.
I stand
and then
corrected.
There's 2 movies without him.
All right, I sit corrected. My bad.
Here's the thing about that. I remember I was working for Bert, the television producer at the time, and I was watching that carefully because the story is that Guillermo, whoever the studio head is, I hope you're not working anymore. They went to the studio, Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman, and said, we've got an idea for Hellboy 3 we want to pitch. They went in there, they pitched the idea, and the studio said, no, we're going to go in another direction. And they hired David Harbour, who's not bad, but he's not Ron Perlman. The movie is bad. But anyway, that is one of the biggest mistakes I think a studio has ever made in history. You say no to Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman for two movies that were already, minor hits, but they were hits.
I have a bigger mistake.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. But see, because now you've thrown off my whole storyline.
You threw off his groove.
Yeah. So my point is that they went in and did that. But here's the other thing. I'm back on my point. Then we'll come to you. Del Toro ended up doing The Shape of Water. So it's like, well, it might have been a mistake for the studio, but it wasn't a mistake for Guillermo. My wife and I always try to watch all the Oscar-nominated movies, and we hadn't seen that yet. And we went to see it, and I thought, there's no way she's going to like this movie. It's like a Creature of the Black Lagoon romance. There's no way. And as we're leaving, she goes, I think that's the best one we've seen so far. Guillermo did it. So, all right, John, what's your biggest mistake?
I'm fixing to tell you.
You have had 40 minutes to fix and tell me.
Well, I'm getting there. I think it was a Star Trek movie. You and James submitted a script about whales in space.
We didn't submit it. We handed it directly to Gene Roddenberry.
Okay.
Yes.
No, they're not going to go that way. So what do they do? Later on, they come out with a movie about whales.
Yeah, that's not the whole story.
I will say that is my favorite Star Trek film.
Well,
it's most people's.
When they go back in time to 1970 San Francisco to save the whales, that's so
Star Trek.
And yeah, exactly. I just love it so much. And that one was directed by Leonard Nimoy, right?
That's right. Yeah. And here's
he loved whales.
He did.
Yeah.
And that's another example of him using Spock to get his comments out there. Some of my favorite Star Trek lines are in that, and that's the one is where he's talking to, I can't remember the character's name, but she's works at the aquarium, and he's talking to her about what needs to be done, and then she tells him he's telling her that they've come to get the whales, and she goes, the next thing you're going to tell me is that you were I got to get this right because it's I thought it was a great line. The next thing you're going to tell me is you're from outer space. And Kirk says, oh, I'm not from outer space. I was born in Idaho, but I work in outer space. Iowa. It's either Idaho or Iowa. And I just thought that was a great line, and I just blew it and spent 30 seconds wasting on it. See the movie. That's what Jeff's got the right. Yeah. Just go see the movie.
And there's a record out there of whale noises, and it's narrated by Leonard Nimoy. Oh, so it's just whale noises, and then Leonard Nimoy just occasionally comes in and just like talks about the whale noises. I think it's a great little.
It's probably beautiful. It probably really is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
That actress was Catherine Hicks.
Catherine Hicks. She was great too. She was a perfect choice for that.
She played Dr. Gillian Taylor.
I got to do one more line. Captain, there be whales. God, that's so good. That's a great movie. It really is. I like all the Star Trek. I even like Star Trek 5, even though it's total hot mess. It had some really good. It probably has the best Star Trek moments in it ever. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy sitting around a campfire singing "Row, row, row your boat." That is freaking Star Trek.
You remember the scene where they're in the hospital? They're going in the elevator, and this guy is. I can't remember what this patient's problem was, but
is there somebody in the hallway?
Yeah, and apparently it's something incurable or something like that. And Bones looks at him and goes, "Well, he'll be fine. We can do the about."
Yeah. He goes, "Well, what are you going to do for him?" "Well, we're gonna do some surgery." "What are you, a barbarian?"
And then
we really set off a thing on this one.
When they were on the bus, and that Spike dude with
the punk rock guy who's not playing punk rock
with his boombox.
Yeah.
And then Spock puts him to sleep, and then the scene where they're. I
guess you don't have to see the movie.
Yeah. The scene where Uhura and Chekhov, they're looking for the where the nuclear vessels are.
Nuclear vessel.
Yeah.
Nuclear vessel.
He asks a cop where the nuclear. It's the way he does it in German or Russian. It was funny.
It was a great movie. It was.
All this to say, Hellboy 1 and 2 are pretty great.
I read the first review I read of Hellboy 2. The guy said it was this generation's Star Wars. I thought, man, that ain't no faint praise. And he's not far off. It was really good. Anything else you wanted to discuss, sir?
Well, because I've been wanting to do a found footage film, I've started watching a bunch of found footage movies with my friends. Every other night we'll stream a found footage film, so we can learn the pros and cons of tropes and junk like that, and
Not only techniques, but probably styles and stories. It's all.
yeah, well, which I have a story, and it's just trying to get into the mood of it, of writing, so I've watched a number of them. I'm just gonna blow through them really quick. I'm not gonna like spend a bunch of time on them.
Is that a jab at me? Just agree.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. I watched a movie called Found Footage, which was it was an Australian film about a serial killer who picks up a camera at a store and records him killing people.
Oh.
There's no story to it. It's 60 minutes exactly. Could have been a little bit longer, added a little more detail. This guy kills like 6 chicks in that movie. It's like, what's the motive here? What's going on? Dumb. Don't watch it.
The answer to that is, what do you learn from that is that you need a story.
Yeah. I watched The Tunnel, which is an Australian film about a news team that goes into an underground reservoir that they're going to turn into a bigger reservoir, but homeless people are living down there. So they want to prove that homeless people are living down there. But when they go down there illegally, they find that there's something else living down there. It's a fun little movie. It's all right. It's very, very shaky.
The camera work was shaky.
Yeah, and
because it's found footage, so there's
okay.
Yeah,
it's just a little too shaky at times. Followed that up with The Blair Witch Project, which is my favorite movie, my favorite horror movie of all time. It is perfect. It still holds up to this day. I love that movie. I got to watch it with 2 of my friends who had never seen it before. And they're like, Jeff, you talk about this movie all the time. It better be good. And by the time it was done, they were like, I don't want to go camping anymore. Like, my friend had a nightmare that night. He woke up the next morning and they're like, Jeff, what the, like, I had a nightmare last night. Like, and then we started watching another movie in the woods and they're like, I can't with this. Like I'm just so tensed up right now. They're in the middle of the woods. And with that, I watched a few behind the scenes things. I learned a bunch about the making of the Blair Witch Project, and it's just a fantastic movie. I can't recommend enough. I don't
think there's a better found footage movie. I really don't.
There's not.
Yeah.
And judging by the list that we've gone through so far, there's not. I mean, Blair Witch was the peak, and no one's ever going to touch that.
Wasn't that the first found footage film?
No.
Most successful.
Cannibal Holocaust had some found footage elements to it. That's regarded to be the first found footage film. There's another movie that I watched that was released a year earlier called The Last Broadcast, which was not good. It was about a bunch of internet guys who were trying to do a stream of them going out into the woods looking for the Jersey Devil, and they get murdered. And it's a mockumentary about that, but they never show anything that happens. And the last 30 seconds are really dumb.
So it's like most modern ghost shows. What was that behind us in the dark?
Yeah. Although they didn't find anything out there. Just some random dude comes out there and kills them, and then they don't reveal that until the last 30 seconds, and then the reveal is like really dumb.
And he comes out and he says, "You kids get off my lawn."
It's Clint Eastwood, yeah.
With a shotgun.
Yeah, I didn't care for it. Don't watch The Last Broadcast. Somebody recommended that to me and said it was really good, and it was not, so don't believe them.
I've heard a lot about Lost. I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about it, so I can see like maybe it's one of those dividing kind of films.
Willow Creek, which is a movie about a guy and his girlfriend that go out into the woods of California near a Bluff Creek, where the Patterson-Gimlin footage was shot back in the 1960s, to find Bigfoot. First 20 minutes is fine, and then there's literally a 20-minute uncut scene of them sitting in a tent listening to Bigfoot outside their tent going whoop, whoop, for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And I'm like,
Wow.
what are we doing? Did
Yeah.
we just run out of script? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And then
Filler.
the last 10 minutes is them running away from their tent. And then something happens and then the movie ends. But it's like, there's no Bigfoot. Bigfoot is not in this movie whatsoever. Skip it. Everyone said it was good. Everyone recommended it. They're like, Jeff, you got to check out Willow Creek. Jeff, I wish you didn't check out Willow Creek. That movie
I wish you
sucked.
told us this earlier because I bought a copy at the thrift store thinking it
Oh.
might be. I didn't know it's even found footage. I just bought it because it was.
Sorry.
What that
sucked.
reminds me of, what was that movie that we saw where they had the rock climbers going up to the top? And
That was rock climbers going to the top.
That was a good one.
That was one of the better ones we saw.
wasn't that great?
No, but it was one of the better ones,
I
which
don't
says a
remember
lot.
what it was called.
I can't either.
The Ascent, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, there's a lot of unnecessary nudity in that one, and the
Yes,
Willow
yes,
Creek as
actually.
well.
Oh, I want to watch that one.
You
recommended
don't. You don't.
You just oh,
You don't.
no, you don't.
Anyways, we watched the 2016 Blair Witch, which is the third film in the Blair Witch series and the only other Blair Witch movie that does found footage. It's an all right film. I don't hate it, but as a Blair Witch fan, I don't care for it because it explains the Blair Witch. The greatness of the original Blair Witch movie is that you don't know what's going on. There's so many directions of thinking of what is going on. Is it one thing? Is it everything? Is it nothing?
That's what causes the fear in a lot of cases.
Yeah. This movie sits there and it tells you about it, explains it to you, it describes the lore to you, how it works and everything, and it just takes away all the scariness of the original one. It's not a bad film, but in terms of what it's being built off of, it's...
Now, is that actually a found footage film or is it a...
Yes.
It
it's
is,
found footage.
because Blair Witch 2 wasn't, right? One of the Blair
Yeah,
Witch...
the Blair Witch 2 wasn't found footage.
Right.
That came out like 2 years after that one. I haven't seen it and I will never see it. But this one came out in 2016.
Okay.
And it was okay. It's worth the watch, but like I said, it just explains way too much. And then I watched, per your son's request, I watched a found footage movie called Frogman, where this guy sees the Loveland Frogmen of Ohio when he's a child, and then decides to go back into the woods to prove that he's right because everybody says he's crazy. So he goes out there with a couple of friends. It's a fun, goofy little movie. I really enjoyed it. And then the last 10 minutes happen. And then it's like, wait, you had it and you're losing me.
It's too bad. I
So,
hate that when that happens.
I would still recommend it. I think it's one of the better ones on this list of found footage films. But
Where did you watch that at? Do you remember? Is it?
I watched it on Amazon Prime. I rented it for $3.99. But if you have a Scream box, you can watch it for free because apparently it's on that. Because they had that thing through Amazon where it's like, if you want to subscribe to Screambox, you can get it for free.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I just paid the $3.
So you felt like you got ripped off?
No, I thought that one was pretty good. I would recommend that one. I thought it was fun.
$3 for a movie is a bargain.
Yeah.
I'd pay it.
We said $3.99.
Yeah, I thought.
$4 I'd pay. It's still a bargain.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. The dialogue was funny. The characters were interesting enough to keep your attention, and I had a couple good laughs out of it. But yeah, like I said, the ending was just kind of, I don't know, what are we doing here? But yeah, those are all the found footage movies I've watched so far. I have a long list ahead of me.
I'm surprised there's so many. I mean, I'm not surprised because Blair Witch was such a monster hit. I mean, it made almost $200 million off a $5 million budget or something like that.
Yeah, some crazy.
Yeah.
number.
So I'm not surprised that people went out and tried to make their own, but it's not as easy as, they made it look.
Well, yeah,
I've
because
seen a couple of really bad found footage films.
yeah, and I think it didn't take off so much with Blair Witch. I mean, like the year or so after, there was a bunch, but then when Paranormal Activity came out, that's when you really saw that big explosion of
That's true.
found footage movies in theaters. And that was just because, everybody was putting out these terrible films left and right. And it was like, because they're cheap to make
Yeah.
and they don't have to focus that much on it. And that's what I've been noticing watching a lot of these films is it's too scripted, or they're like hiring these actors that you can tell they're acting. They don't feel realistic.
That ruins a found footage movie.
Yeah. So it's like, that's been a big thing for me is like, now that I'm writing a found footage film, how do I have to find the right amount of people, the right people who are going to be able to make it realistic enough that it's believable and not seem forced.
yeah.
You know, people that can improv, because that's what Blair Witch was. It was all improv.
Yeah.
They got GPS coordinates. They said, go out there and then react to what you're seeing. These are your character motivations. Figure it out. So it was mostly them writing it.
Well, that worked.
So
yeah, a lot of times improv does work that way.
Yeah.
Larry David, anybody? There you go. The Paranormal Activity movies, I've never seen one of them. Are they entirely found footage movies, or are they like there's no drama scenes between, and then there's? I didn't know that. See, I need to go back and check those out.
I got them all on DVD if you want.
I may take them from you. Don't give them to me yet because I got a stack of stuff. But yeah,
Okay.
I may if I can't get them on that $1.49 website, then I may take you up on that.
I have this thing where the odd movies, the odd 1, 3, 5, and 7, those are the good ones. The even number ones are not. So 2, 4, 6.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It's
Is
like
there
every
actually
other
6
one.
of them?
No, there's 7.
7? Wow.
Yeah. Paranormal 1, Paranormal Activity 2, Paranormal Activity 3,
Interesting.
Paranormal Activity 4, Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. That's the one that takes place in Oxnard.
Oh yeah.
That one's the best one. That's
Is
my
it?
favorite.
I've been dying to see that.
6 is Paranormal Activity, the Ghost Dimension. So that title alone tells you it's not going to be that great. And then 7 is Next of Kin, which is about the Amish people.
Oh,
And it's actually
interesting.
really good.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I'm going to start watching those.
There was a movie that had Liam Neeson and what's his name? The
Ewan
dance-
McGregor.
Who? What?
Ewan McGregor.
No, the guy who played the male dancer in. There I go again. Anyway, the movie's called Next of Kin.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're related.
I know it, but what I'm saying is
Channing Tatum.
no,
You said dancer. I was thinking Magic Mike.
Rudolph Valentino.
no.
A
Unfortunately,
real ghost one.
He's passed away. It was really. He was in the original Roadhouse.
Patrick Swayze.
Yes, Patrick Swayze.
Okay.
Thank you. Patrick Swayze.
That's worth watching right there. Liam Neeson and Patrick Swayze. I'd give it a shot.
There's another ghost movie with Patrick Swayze in it.
Well, this wasn't a ghost movie. It was
What was that one called?
I don't remember.
next to Kin I'm talking about was Patrick Swayze plays a cop,
Huh?
and Liam Neeson plays one of his relatives, and he's come to the big city to avenge a family's persons that got murdered.
Oh.
Has nothing to do with ghosts or supernatural.
Yeah.
When you said
found
next to
footage
Kin,
is
that's
nothing.
what made me think.
Yeah, this Next to Kin is about a lady who finds out she's Amish. So she goes to the Amish community where her mother ran away from. And then there's spooky stuff going on there.
Mm.
I'm going to start watching those. I watched the Conjuring movies because of the new Conjuring movie, and there'll be another Conjuring movie coming soon. I promise you. Even though they said it was the last one, you don't make that much money and don't capitalize on it.
Yeah.
But and I enjoyed most of those. Some of them are like, okay, God, I've had enough of this, but most of them I enjoyed. So now I'll go down the paranormal activity thing. Anything else? Does that pretty much cover it for you?
No, those are all the found footage movies. I am going to be rewatching the Paranormal Activity ones. Those are on my list. So
I'll just come over and watch it
Probably
with
be-
you.
talking. Yeah,
We'll get pizza from the round table and
I could stream it. You could sit on your computer and just watch it from the seat of your home.
you can do that.
Yeah, that's how I've been watching with my friends.
I was going to ask you that. I thought, nah,
I have a friend in Maryland and I have a friend in Colorado, and we were watching Blair Witch together.
really?
Yeah.
We'll talk.
You have friends.
I do have friends, yeah. Not very many.
That's
I'm
like-
antisocial, but you know.
All right, Johnny, what did you see? And you better start with the right one or I'm going to cut you off.
Well, we've already talked about the Odyssey.
You're cut off.
Wait a minute. We haven't talked about Motor City.
There you
but-
go.
But I'm going to let you do that one. What I want to talk about
I'm
is,
not going to have time. I got to get out of here in 13 minutes.
okay, Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Close.
Is that the one on the train?
Yeah. Did you see
Okay.
that movie?
Like
It was
20 years ago when it
It
came
was a
out.
direct video, came out in 2011. It was fantastic. A soldier is sent into a simulation to find a bomber on a train, but he gets stuck in a time loop, trying to prevent the attack and a larger one. And when you find out,
Be careful.
I'm not going to say it,
You haven't seen it?
but when you find out at the end, it's like, oh,
Did you see the Tom Cruise movie where Live, Die, Repeat?
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's like that
Okay.
a little bit.
I love that movie. They need to do another one. Then talking about it.
another one I saw, which is 20 years old, was with Morgan Freeman and John Cusack, and it's called The Contract. It was a direct-to-video action thriller. It's about a teacher who is an ex-cop trying to reconnect with his son after Morgan Freeman's character is arrested. He ends up in the custody of Keen and his son, that is John Cusack. And they're on the camping trip when they come across Morgan Freeman's character. And he's a hitman. He has a hitman or a hit squad. And the fact that he gets arrested on the way to a hit, he ends up, they're transporting him. There's an accident. He escapes. And he comes across John Cusack's character as they're camping. And he finds out that because he's got handcuffs on. So
It's kind of a clue.
he takes him into custody. And they're trying to get back to civilization. And in the meantime, Morgan Freeman's character's hit squad, is trying to find him to rescue him.
That sounds pretty
Because
interesting.
he's got the access to all their money.
Both of these movies sound very interesting. This one in particular, because Bruce Beresford directed it. He did Driving Miss Daisy, Breaker Moran, To the Fringe Dwellers, and other things. I think did he win the Oscar for Driving Miss Daisy? He might have. But so that one looks good. And then Source Code, I don't know when it happened, but it was like I've always followed Jake Gyllenhaal, but I never really I said, oh, he's going to be in that. And I never get around to watching it. But I've since become a huge fan and will watch anything he's in because he brings even Ambulance. He brings a certain intensity to these roles that nobody else, not many other people can do. So I'll check out both of those.
Have you seen his movie Nightcrawler?
Yes.
Okay.
Brilliant. I think that's the movie that clicked.
Yeah.
It's like, good God.
Yeah, that was the same one that clicked with me. I was like, Jesus Christ, I got to watch everything this guy's in.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the one where he's the photographer?
That's Nightcrawler.
Oh, okay.
Or Zodiac, you might be thinking.
No, I just remember he plays a part of a photographer who's like a news photographer.
Okay, yeah, that's Nightcrawler.
Okay.
Zodiac's really good too.
Yeah.
Way better than it deserves to be. That's why I'm so excited about the new Brad Pitt movie that Tarantino wrote, because David Fincher directed it. If you're going to replace Tarantino, that's a good guy to replace it. So anything else?
Just the TV series I mentioned earlier.
Good.
You want me to talk about them again?
Just list the titles real quick.
Okay. There was Spider Noir. No.
Spider Noir.
Thank you. The one with Nicolas Cage, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier with Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan, and Hawkeye with Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld.
Have either of you finished Spider Noir?
I haven't even started it.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You said that earlier. It's very interesting. I really like it, but I mean, Nicolas Cage is Spider-Man. Well, not really the Spider-Man. He's the Spider, but set in the 40s, is it?
It's a period piece.
It's something that just, my wife doesn't like it, but she's not a big Nicolas Cage fan either. I like it, but it's just something strange and beautiful about it. I don't know what it is. It's weird. Speaking of beautiful, we did go to the theater and see Motor City. And I want you to think about this. If you were looking up the word beautiful, would there be a picture of John or would there be a picture of Alan Ritchson? I think we know the
Let's find out.
Yeah.
No.
Motor City is Alan Ritchson's new movie. And this is, Jeff, I know that you're not as big a fan of the action stuff that I am, but you need to see this movie because it's an experiment as much as anything else. It's a story of Ritchson's character who falls in love with this woman. The woman happens to be a gangster's girl, a mob guy's girl. And Ritchson seals her away, and the gangster plots revenge from that point on. and he frames Richardson's character, whose name is John Miller. I love that. It's like, let's make him a simple man. We'll call him John Miller. And ruins his life in ways that you can't even possibly imagine. His life, John Miller's life is over. Miller's easier to say than Richardson. But anyway, the thing that makes this movie unique is, first of all, the visuals are beautiful. They are glorious. They are expansive. They're epic. They're the opening 10 minutes. When it finished, I looked at John and went, wow, because it was just stunning. The movie ends with those same 10 minutes, but there's a twist. I'll get to that. The cast is incredible. Richardson, I think he's a better actor than either Schwarzenegger or Dwayne Johnson, because he can bring things that his characters are different. You know, those guys play the same character every time. And, you know, Jason, I'm sorry, but that's true. Richardson adds levels to his characters that I don't think I've seen with action stars of his caliber. So he's great in it. And I'm going to pull a John. Shailene Woodley she's from Simi Valley. Hi, Shailene. Stunning in this movie. She's just terrific. Everybody in this movie is great. You got these action sequences that are John Wick level. There's a scene in the elevator that everybody's talking about that you just cannot believe. It just, when it's all over, you're like, it's just incredible. There's only about 50 words of dialogue in the whole film. They decided they were going to tell the film with as little dialogue as possible. And what you do here is usually, oh my God, or you son of a bitch, or something like that, but real short. It's not anything long. They tell the story, instead of with dialogue, with expressions. So when somebody's talking to Shailene, for example, you watch her expression to see if the news she's getting is good, bad, makes her angry, whatever. It was a very unique experiment. And they also are heavy on needle drops. Now, I'm not a fan of needle drops in movies. Sometimes I think that filmmakers use them as a crutch. This movie, they picked the exact right needle drops, play them at the right time, have some fun with some juxtaposition. Just glorious, glorious. My only issue with the film is that the final scene takes place 20 years after the film starts. And the bad guy's character, I want to say his name, but I don't think it's him. They've made him up to look 20 years older, and it's good. But then Richardson comes out and his makeup's not quite as good. It's like, okay, it looks like makeup, when I know they could have done a little better. Ben Foster. Ben Foster is the bad guy. And Ben's makeup looks good. And Ben deserves credit. And Pablo Schreiber also deserves credit. He's one of the guards from Orange is the New Black. He's bad in this movie. Boy, is he bad. And I don't mean bad as acting. He's just a badass character. He's vicious.
You mean bad as in good?
Yeah, it's kind of. But I just love this movie. I thought it was everything an action movie should be. I love the experimental angle of it. And it worked for me. Most of the bad reviews are, well, there's no dialogue. That's the point. It's an action movie without the dialogue. And John, talk about this. Were you aware of everything going on in the story without the dialogue?
Yes.
It just flows.
Definitely. I mean, with the action and the music.
Yeah.
I was able to follow along with this movie. I mean,
it tells a story as clearly as if there was dialogue. Probably better because you don't have to waste time trying to figure out what's next. It's really worth seeing it as, if nothing else, than an experiment. Whether you think it's successful or not, I'll leave up to you. But I just fell in love with it. And I'm happy for Richardson as well, because this guy's obviously, even though this movie's tanking miserably, he's good enough that this is going to create future films for him. And by the way, Reacher next week. Sorry.
Now, you were talking about the makeup.
Yeah. Just at the end.
Yeah. 3 actors that were in it. And one of them I recognized, and that was Ben McKenzie. He played the good cop. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to be a spoiler.
He was the guy from Gotham.
Gotham.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is his name Ben Kingsley?
Ben McKenzie.
Oh, Ben McKenzie. Okay. I'm going, Ben Kingsley is legendary.
I didn't realize Mickey Rourke was in it.
I didn't either. Who was Mickey Rourke?
I don't know. And then another one, I didn't realize was in it was Gerard Butler.
What?
Unless that he was the elevator guy.
No, that was Pablo Schreiber. Mickey Rourke was initially cast, well, aside Gerard Butler, but then that version of the production got shut down.
Oh,
so I don't think he's in the new one. It's hard to miss Mickey Rourke these days.
Yeah, which is a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened to Kenny Rogers.
He's dead.
Oh, I know that.
They have really good corn muffins, though. They had corn in them.
Okay.
Poor Jeff. It's like, what the hell am I doing here? Let me look quickly at my list and see what else I saw, because I did see a bunch of things. Some things that you'd expect me to see, some things that might surprise you. That's not the right spreadsheet. Don't become a movie fan because you got spreadsheets everywhere. Do you guys have spreadsheets of the movies you watch and stuff?
Well, I mean, I keep a list of the movies that came out this year that I watched, but that's for the award show for 127. Other than that, I only keep track to talk about it on the show.
I have a spreadsheet of movies that I've seen, so I don't watch them again because I've done that, and of my movie collection. But I can't pull it up right now because maybe Microsoft's down again. You know, I'm not this. This is good. This is good podcast right here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Did you have something?
Oh no, I was going to fill the air.
Oh, that's good.
Good. Yeah.
Always fill the air because podcast silence is death. Baba Yaga, Terror of the Dark Forest. Anybody?
Never heard of it.
It's a Russian film, and it's about a character basically made of yarn that steals children. It was a Russian film, and here's the problem with it. I started out, and it's my fault, nobody else's fault, watching the English dubbed version, and I thought I was watching a video game. It was so stilted and so weird. And I know video games are getting better with their inner scenes and all that, but this felt like you were watching somebody play a video game. Switched over to the Russian and put subtitles up, 10 times better. Still not a great movie. If you look at it, it's got 25% on Rotten Tomatoes for the audience. The critics never saw it, but it's not as bad as they'll tell you it is. It's kind of interesting in fact, but you got to watch the original language version. You really do.
Again?
Baba Yaga, Terror of the Dark Forest.
Wasn't that a John Wick character?
Well, that's what they called him.
Yeah,
because he's the boogeyman.
What else did I watch? The Odyssey we talked about. Oh, The Dink, which is a pickleball movie. Well, cute, but we'll leave it at that. Madam Web. I finally got to Madam Web, so I'm caught up on my Marvel movies now.
How'd you like that one?
I'm caught up on my Marvel movies now. I liked it better than the Eternals.
Okay.
But I don't know how the Eternals ever got made, but that's just me. Motor City we talked about. Finally, and this is because I'm weird, I was at the thrift store earlier this week, and I came across this Disney movie called Follow Me Boys.
Oh, I remember that.
Tell us about it.
If I remember correctly, it was Fred McMurray.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
I just remember seeing it when I was a kid. I remember Fred McMurray was in it. I can't remember any of the other actors.
Kurt Russell.
Who?
Kurt Russell was his first movie.
Could have been some old guy now. His name is Kurt Russell.
The story is about a jazz player who comes to this small town and sees a woman who works at the bank, immediately falls in love with her, quits the band, moves into this town. And they have a problem with gang members there. Not really. They're just little boys being crazy boys. And he decides that maybe if I start a Boy Scout troop, these boys will get in line and things will be better. And not only that, he'll impress the girl at the bank. So he does all this. This movie works because there's something about Fred McMurray that's just instantly likable. Even when he's angry, he's got this little smile on his face he's just got a warmth that I don't think anybody else has ever had. the story is as you would expect it. You know, it goes through many years for like 40 years of his story. He's terrific in it. It's Kurt Russell's first movie. So you get to see Kurt Russell as a little kid. Does a great job. The other boys are just boys playing around. Kurt Russell's acting. That's a big difference there. But this is the part that I thought was most interesting. What's the number one complaint you hear about most movies today? They're too long, right? Everybody says these movies are too long.
For me, too long and too much CGI.
I was just going to say AI.
Yeah. Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, too long. This movie's 2 hours and 11 minutes. A Disney movie from 1966, 2 hours and 11 minutes. So it's not like long movies are something new. Yeah, we know Gone with the Wind was long, but it's Gone with the Wind. This is this little Fred McMurray Boy Scout movie, 2 hours and 11 minutes. But recommend it if you can find it. I got it $3 at the DVD store. Watched it, glad I got it. So if you guys are interested, follow me, boys. Oh, just kidding.
They always talked, because I was in Boy Scouts, they always talked about that movie like, oh, you got to
Really?
see that movie. That's the Boy Scout movie. And I'm like, man, there's no other movies about Boy Scouts. It's just one. All right. But yes,
it's definitely a Boy Scout movie, and it's told so well that I had to look it up to see if it was a true story.
Uh-huh.
It's not, but I had to look it up.
You know what's interesting about Kurt Russell in that movie is he did a lot of stuff for Disney.
Yeah.
And the last thing that Walt Disney ever wrote was Kurt Russell. That was the last thing. Before he died, that was the last thing he wrote
Kurt
down.
Russell killed him.
Was Kurt Russell. So there was one of those like Disney officials or Imagineers or whatever that like after Walt Disney passed away, after a couple of weeks, they called Kurt Russell into Walt's office, and they like pointed to the paper. It was like a paper like this, and all it said was Kurt Russell. He's like, what does that mean? I don't know. That was the last thing that he wrote down. Why did he write that? And he's like, I don't know.
He probably had him in mind for another.
I'm sure it was something like that. Or like I said, Kurt actually murdered him as the last one. He tried to get that out before he died.
Maybe.
If he was murdered, that would be a good story. But
it would be a crazy story.
Yeah.
And he chopped off his head and put it in the Pirates of the Caribbean in a vat of ice.
Yes. So he can be reanimated.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell, we got to give props to props. Kurt Russell is an amazing actor. He always has been. He's done hundreds and hundreds of pictures. And some people haven't seen Escape from New York and Escape from LA yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
who wouldn't have seen those?
Stop on Mike. He was fantastic. In
you missed the whole thing, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I guess I did. Do it again.
Do it again. Rewind the tape.
Yeah.
John.
Rewind.
I haven't seen Escape from New York or Escape from LA yet. Dude, we've been talking about this for like not 3 weeks. It's been like at least 3 episodes that we've recorded.
There's the door.
He's got copies.
Yeah, I've got copies.
He'll
of
let me
them.
do that.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
in that case, you'll get.
I just,
eventually.
Death Proof.
Death Proof. Yeah.
It was Death Proof. Yeah.
He was so good in that.
I watched Death Proof again recently. God, I love that.
Did you watch it by itself? The extended?
Recently I watched the full movie. Yeah. Not the extended, not the Grindhouse version, but the full movie. Yeah.
Tombstone.
And
although Val Kilmer steals that show.
He does.
The Hateful Eight.
Oh, Hateful Eight. God,
the Thing. A lot of good.
You can go on forever.
Yeah, you could.
The Barefoot Executive. I think he was in that. I don't know that he was actually. Boatniks, I know he was in. I don't know any of this stuff. I haven't seen these movies.
What was the Disney one where the computer
Follow Me
wore
Boys?
tennis shoes?
That's Computer wore tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Those are the movies my mom dumped me out at when she went to play tennis. Oh, Computer wore tennis shoes. Go watch that movie. So I've seen all those movies. And then she made the fatal mistake. You and your brother, my son, you and your brother go watch these movies. We'll be back in a few hours. It was about 4.5 hours, 5 hours of movies. First one was War of the Gargantuas. Second one was Destroy All Monsters. Godzilla movies, right? Giant monster, kaiju. Third movie, Night of the Living Dead. That'll wake you up. But that was a good triple feature. And it's probably 50 cents.
Getting back to Fred McMurray, he had such a range of characters that he could play. From
That I'll have to check on because it was Fred McMurray to me in this movie.
okay, comedy. He did a comedy TV series, My Three Sons. He also did a movie, and it came out in 1944, called Double Indemnity.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, and not a comedy, very dramatic. And
you know what? I need to watch that again because that would be a perfect bumper to this movie because he's such a friendly, warm guy in this movie. And Double Indemnity, I don't think that he is. He may be a victim, but he's not a good guy.
I think he's also done a few war movies.
Fred McMurray was, you always think of him from My Three Sons. Jeff probably doesn't, but
I don't know. I don't even know who we're talking about.
You know Fred McMurray if you saw his picture.
Pull it up, John.
Pull up a picture of Fred McMurray. But I had kind of dismissed him until I saw this movie. And I thought, oh man, that guy's really good.
This picture is probably from My Three Sons, would you say?
Probably. Maybe not.
I don't think I know that guy.
So anyway, we got to run. I got to get to a swap meet where purportedly there's going to be a lot of DVDs. So my son and I are going hunting.
And I got to get to...
and John's going to Carl.
Don't say that. Don't say.
Everybody knows Carl's got the cheapest price.
Carl's Jr. has got the cheapest DVDs on the market. Go there, ask for a burger, take out a loan, then ask for a DVD because they owe you that much. How much you're paying there.
It's true. Yeah. I never, that's why they have an ATM on site at those places. I'll go get some more money. All right. Anything else? Spider-Man you're going to go this week or you're going tomorrow?
I'm going to go tomorrow with my daughter. Let's see it. Daughter and wife.
I've heard lots of good things about it. A couple of bad things, but lots of good things.
I heard that, I'm not sure, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Probably.
Not really something you want to bring a little 5-year-old to.
To Spider-Man movie?
Yeah. I don't know.
She's seen all the other.
Then she's fine.
She's seen all the other Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, but they didn't have bad language and things like that. This is only something I heard.
She has me around. I say bad language all the time.
Yeah, you got a point.
Here's the other point. People are super hyper about this now. They want to make a point. Oh, and look at it's just like the last one.
It's got the Punisher in it. I've told her.
There you go.
This has got the Punisher. It's got the Hulk. Who's the Punisher? Wow. He's the Punisher. You'll see.
If it's the real Punisher, he punishes.
Oh, I am so looking forward to it. But, she likes Spider-Man, so I'm dragging her along.
Nice.
Where are you going?
To see Spider-Man. He just said it.
No, what theater?
I don't know. It's River Park because I don't like the Regency here.
And are we going back to Roxy?
No. For Spider-Man?
Oh, seats are so nice.
The seats, and then they have those trays.
Yeah.
That was very nice. No, we're going to go to, I don't know if it's collection or downtown, but it's going to be really early, like at 9:30. So,
Okay. I'll camp out.
I miss camping out.
You guys see the money that Spider-Man made? $72 million in previews, the biggest ever in history. Now, a lot of that's IMAX money.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
A lot of that's IMAX money. And my wife I don't think she realized how big Spider-Man is. And she goes, I don't know. And people aren't interested in it. I'm going, you're going to be surprised. But one guy said it was the best Spider-Man movie he'd ever seen.
Well, I'll let you guys know next week.
Yes, we'll talk much Spider-Man next week when we actually see it.
So stay tuned.
That's the only email we got. Do you guys ever talk about movies you've seen? We do, but we like to predict things too.
Okay, here's the big thing. Of the three actors who have played Spider-Man, going from Tobey Maguire to Tom Holland, who do you guys think is the best interpretation of Spider-Man according to what we remember in the comics?
Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
That's a tough one. I know a bunch of people who would say, oh, Tobey Maguire, but I think of the three, I think Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield are the better ones. I don't know which ones I would say because Andrew Garfield was a great Spider-Man, but he was in some not so good movies because it was Sony making a bunch of dumb decisions. But I really enjoyed Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Tom Holland, I think, has a better go of it because it's people who actually care writing the stories. And I feel like his films feel more like reading the comic books as opposed to Andrew Garfield. But I don't know.
I gravitate more towards Tobey Maguire, especially in the first one where it shows how he becomes Spider-Man.
Please don't ever show that again. We don't need to see the Spider-Man origin ever again.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That's why
I'm so sick of origins.
The original origin with Tobey Maguire, I thought was the best. And the fact that his Spider-Man can shoot the webs out of his wrists, whereas the other two guys have to have a mechanical shooter.
Do you ever think about how much fluid would be leaving your body every time you use that web?
Got to drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Well, he does.
Or maybe Propel, because it's got the electrolytes.
Oh, yeah. Gatorade.
Hey, it's a spider. Have you seen what spiders can... They can shoot a lot.
They eat their own web. You ever see Spider-Man eat his own web?
Well, he might off camera.
Big old bowl of web. I'm Spider-Man. Okay, but enough of that.
We're dancing a line right here.
Yeah.
Family friendly. Family
We
friendly.
really are. Okay. So I wanted to share one more thing with you guys.
Web.
I'll do this real quick because I got to get, but my wife got me this gift from Amazon. It's a couch arm tray with anti-slip pad, and it fits perfectly and works as a holder for my remote controls and for my snacks and for pickleballs. According to the box, it's made of high-quality material. It has extra strong slats. It features a non-slip bottom. In addition, it's sweet for straight armrests, whatever the hell that means. And best of all, it's an ideal gift for lovers. Wait, what? Yep, that's what the box says. Okay. Whatever, it holds my remotes and snacks, and it does it well. Get yours at Amazon.com.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.
Anyway, I got that. That was a gift from my wife, and it actually did say ideal gift for lovers.
Did they pay you for that?
No, I just thought it was funny, so I put that on there.
Okay, I was like, what? What is this?
No, I put it on there because I thought it was funny that the box says. Well, first of all, sweet for what the hell does that mean? Did this spell sweet? I don't get it. And then ideal gift for lovers. I can think of better ones. All right, we'll see you next week, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I got to get out of here. Bye.
Goodbye.
Brought to you by The Grape, Ventura County's premier jazz venue and cocktail lounge, located at 2733 East Main Street in Ventura. For menu and music schedule, visit them online at thegrape.club.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.